Hello everyone, Chocolo here for another video review. This time we have Skittles Crazy Sours. Yeah, so I'm having a chat in the comments from one of my other video reviews. Can't remember what it was now, but yeah, basically I think a guy called Infinite Fan is hello by the way, saying he loves sweets, not really chocolate as much, but more sweets. And I said I had a few Skittles knocking around that I needed to review, and here's one of them. So yeah, so Crazy Sours. And we're also talking about our mutual love of sour sweets as well, and normally the softer ones, Sour Patch Kids and things like this, but of course Skittles are nice, and yeah, they do a sour version as well. I do think I've had these before, but I don't think I reviewed them, so but I can't recall for certain, so it'll be interesting to see really. Yeah, speaking of which, other reviews and stuff, I've done about over 600 reviews now actually. Many of them, not many of them Skittles, but good few of them Skittles, about 10 or so maybe. So in this top corner here, there's going to be a link around this time that will say, basically view a link to a playlist of all my videos. It'll be there for all the throughout the whole video. It might disappear, but if you hover over it, will appear again. And at some point as well, I'll add a Skittles playlist as well there, so you can view all my other Skittles reviews as well. Anyway, back to this one. Yeah, so very interesting. For those you don't know, Skittles are basically a sort of sugary, chewy sugar centre surrounded by like a hard candy shell, I guess. It's probably about the same toughness as the inside, really. But they're quite, they're not soft. They're quite chewy, hard to sort of get going. But yeah, what does it say? What's the actual description? Yeah, chewy candies in a crisp sugar shell with sour fruit flavours. There we go. Now there was some. Yeah, something saying that all Skittles are all the same. It's just the colours that are different. The flavours are actually the same. So I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, you usually taste them, but it's just I guess you taste with your eyes as well, don't you? So I think there's there might be some truth in it, but we'll try and find out if we can prove that or not. But I'm not sure. So it says. So here's my problem with Skittles. It says, what does it say? No two rainbows are the same. Neither are two packs of Skittles. Enjoy an odd mix. So basically they're saying there that there's not the same amount of colours. But why is that the case? Just have the same amount, or roughly the same amount, so people can enjoy their flavour and not have only two of them, whatever's in the bag. So it's really annoying that. So we'll see, what flavours have we got as well? We've got sour pineapple, sour apple, sour raspberry, sour cherry, and sour mandarin. So I think they're all, I think they're roughly the same flavours as normal. I think pineapple might be different. I'm sure it's normally lemon. I don't know if they're quite the same as the regular pack of Skittles, but not a million miles away. And there's the actual flavours there, you can see. So yeah. There's a little resealed pack thing here. I've never used these. Never very good. They seem to always come loose. So yeah, you can just fold the bag in half really. So calories pushed per pack 4, portion size 38 grams, it's a 152 gram bag. Yes, what's that? Is that a fifth? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. This is about, it's a quarter, isn't it? 4, 8, 12, 16. It's about a quarter, I think. Quarter of the bag, 38 grams. 38, 76, 152, yes, it's a quarter, yeah. Okay, so per quarter of the bag, 150 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, 0.9 of which is saturated. So there's not much fat in these, but there's lots of sugar. 33.4 grams of sugar or something. So yeah. well, 33.4 grams of carbohydrates, 27.8 of which are sugars. It says no protein whatsoever. All right, well, that's quite interesting. That's quite nice. Nothing on the bottom. Some weird things going on there. Yeah, I think it should. Does it go on a sell-by date on these? I think it does. I don't think these ever would go out of date, but yeah. Yeah, September 19th, 2021. So yeah, I don't think it'd go out of date really. Not the kind of sweets that would either really. But yeah, anyway, okay. Right, well, let's give them an open. Let's do it. Right, okay, so let's give these Crazy Sour Skittles an open. So I think there's a dotted line on the back there. You can see that at the top. And there somewhere. That's not well, that's not one of a good example, but there somewhere. Yeah. There's a dotted line anyway. That's the word. You can see it there, I think. Perfect. Well, it's not really dotted, but there's a line. It's spaced out. Not sure. There we go. So you can see here there's a lot less in there than the actual bag implies. Look at that. I mean, it's tiny really. And if you remember, a regular Skittles pack is not much smaller than this, and if it was full, really that's yeah, you'd be getting the same amount as in this one, but it won't be full. It'll probably have the same problems as this, but in a different ratio. So it'd be 20% again, less filled or whatever. So you can see clearly though, it's half full here, but don't forget there's this bit that was on the top. So you're actually only getting like a third of the bag full of Skittles. I know they can sort of spread out and things, and it's all bunched at the bottom, but even so. Okay, so let's pour them out, see what we get. So at first glance, the distribution looks okay. It looks very darker set of flavours, doesn't it, and colours than normal. Regular Skittles. I don't know, it just looks a bit darker, doesn't it? So immediately I can tell there seems to be a lot less yellow ones. Anything else? Let's find out how much of each we've got, shall we? Luckily they're not round, so we'll. That. Yeah, not quite nice, but yeah, I feel like there's less yellow ones anyway. That's the impression I'm getting. So it says the yellows. Yeah, the pinkies. Yeah, so the colours, yeah, they look a bit odd. The colours, I don't know. They definitely seem to be different than the regular ones. I'm sure there's usually a red one, isn't there, in the regular ones, and. Okay. I feel like there's probably more greens than anything. Hard to say. Purple one's usually my favourite. Purple's my favourite colour, and usually, I don't know, purple ones always seem to be nice, don't they? You know, puff fruits. Well, Starburst as it's called now. Chewits, things like this. What's the other one called? Fruitellas. Purple ones are always the ones to go for, aren't they? It'll be annoying if the purples have the fewest, but we'll see. Okay, so we're going down to 2 colours now. Yeah, so these two seem to be the prominent ones. Separate the green. I probably should have separated the orange, but let's do the green. So I should have separated the orange because it just seems to be all grouped together. Yeah. Yeah, so I think, so normally if you can tell when they're all mixed together which ones have got the most in, it's usually a very bad sign, because usually it's hard to tell which one's dancing, but I don't know, they seem okay, but the yellow ones clearly have fewest Skittles in them. So there we go, so you can clearly see here what we're up against. So yeah, clearly there's, fewer yellow ones than all the others. These two seem to be about the same, and these two about the same. So what the yellow ones? So there's 5 flavours, though, isn't it? So we have got all 5 flavours. At least that's good. You'd be a bit disappointed if we didn't. But I say there's no reason for them, is there, to have fewer of these than the others? It should all be the same. And you've got a machine that produces presumably the same amount. You'd assume. Obviously, maybe they don't. And you'd think it would just have equal quantities shooting out of the things into it. So they can do this. It's not rocket science for this thing, is it? They know exactly what the weight of the bag is. It's on the pack, so they know they don't put them in, then weigh it, then put it on the pack. They know there's exactly 52 grams in every pack. So if they can get that precision, they know how many's going in it. And if they know how many's going in it, they can easily do it so it's all mixed equally. So it's a fifth of each. So it does really annoy me. There you go. You can see each one though is like a rough, sort of like a little sort of squished sphere. And it has an S on the front. Some of them are easier to see than others. I can see the S there for the Skittles, of course. But the yellow one, yeah, I think, well, I assume there's one there, but you can't see it. Don't know, might be on there, might have to slightly make it out. But I can't. Yeah, so there we go. But it's quite faded anyway. I mean, even on the pink ones, where it will be a bit more prominent. Still hard to see on some of them. In fact, there is one there, but it's very faded, so no chance on the yellow ones. So there we go. So what have we got of each one? So, oh dear, well, it's going to be different, isn't it? So we're going to try and divide them up into groups of 10, I think. I would normally do 5, but there's so many of them. So I might lose a bit of accuracy. Hopefully they'll be right. 6, 10. Okay, so we've got 35. Got something like a little mini one here, like a baby one. So I don't think we can count that really, but it looks nice. Yeah, so we've got 35 orange ones, I think. Yeah, 35. Yeah. Yeah, 35. So 35 orange ones. That's the only green ones we've got. So So don't forget a quarter of this is your calories as well. So let's have a look. Try and keep them separate. It's just quite difficult. Yeah, so talk amongst yourselves. There's 8 there, so you got 38 of these ones. So they're roughly the same. I think that's the tolerance you would accept, having 5 more. So 35, 38. So, I might forget these, but we'll try and remember. 35, 38. That's 10. So clearly having less of these. 35, 38, and then there's one. 26. So 35, 38, 26. Yep. 35, 38, 26. So we can see we're going down in numbers here. 38, 26. 26 of these as well, I think. Yeah, 26. So 35, 38, 26, 26. And then this one's got the fewest. I reckon it's probably about 16 of these. Let's have a look. Not even that. 13. Yeah, so 13, is that right? 7. Sorry, 7. Oh, sorry, what did I say? Oh no, sorry, I was confused. 17. So I was almost right. I said 16, so 17. Yeah, so sorry, I was thinking that was a pile of 5 for some reason. Yeah. So what was it? 26, 26, 35, 38, 17. So there we go. So yeah, so it's a bit. It's a bit of a mixed bag. You can say, but 17 times what is 34. So was it 38? So there's double the amount of green ones as there is yellow ones. So it's really poor, isn't it? That's really poor. That. Right. Well, there we go. So you can clearly see discrepancy here, but there's still quite a few yellow ones, but there's not as many. I mean, what flavour is it? Pineapple. Yeah, sour pineapple. So interesting one. But yeah, and we'll try cutting one in half. I'll cut a green one in half. So it's quite hard on the outside, softer on the inside. My knife isn't too sharp, so you just have to. You might squish it a bit. But there you go. You can see it's just like a sort of sugary paste in the middle, but a softer paste. I think it's tougher on the outside than the on the inside. Yeah, there's not much of a smell coming from it. Yeah, I would have said it probably smelled a bit of apple. Of course, the smell as well could be, the smell is part of what makes up the taste of things as well, because obviously your nose is connected to your mouth, and there's something saying with strawberries apparently are just as sour as oranges and things, but because of the smell, they trick your body into not realising it apparently. So the smell does make up a lot of your taste. If you lose your sense of smell, you do lose sense of taste pretty much as well. So it could also be another thing that affects the taste of these. In fact, they've got some perfume, but as I say, I can't really smell that, but it does have a very, very minimal apple type taste. Okay then, well I think we've shenaniganed enough. Let's give them a taste then. Let's do it. Let's get to it. Okay, once I gave these crazy sour Skittles a taste, so we've got 5 flavours: sour pineapple, sour apple, sour raspberry, sour cherry, and sour mandarin. So so we'll start with the sour pineapple. Why not? So this is the yellow one. Okay. Well, that's smell anything as I say. So well, I do say now. I think I said earlier actually, but there's not much of a smell to these, at least on the outside. So okay, let's give it a taste. Oh, they are sour. Cracky. Yes, it's very sour. God. Not too bad. Pineapple's not my okay, you can see my eye going. Pineapple's not my favourite fruit. I would say it does have a pineapple taste to it. I mean, got that kind of citrusy taste, as you imagine. Very sour though. It's very sugary and chewy, so it's not. I say I prefer softer chew. They are soft on the inside, but quite chewy on the outside. They're quite harder, so I prefer a bit more softer. Even softer, it's like jelly sweets, but not too bad that one. Okay, I'll say pineapple's not my favourite flavour though, but we've got sour apple. That's the green one I taste. Yeah, definitely an apple flavour to that. Doesn't taste quite as sour, this one, or at least it's not caught me. And sometimes you can never know, it can just be how it goes on your tongue. There's definitely an apple taste this one, and it's definitely a different new one. So I know someone was saying, well, the theory is they all taste the same, but well, as I say, I don't know, maybe there's something tricks your brain, but it definitely tasted of apple, that one. So yeah, there is an apple taste to that. Okay, right, let's try this pink one, which is sour raspberry. Yeah, again, definitely yeah, definitely different taste. It's got sour flavour coming in a note at the end. Yeah, it's hard to say if it's a raspberry. I think it's a raspberry taste, I think you'd say, yeah. And nice again. The new problem with these sour ones is the fact that the weak point of Skittles for me is usually when they're a bit too tangy. I prefer just the fruit flavour. And the sour one just give you that sort of like another type of tang. And I don't know if I quite prefer, I like sour sweets, but I don't know if I quite like it with Skittles. I think it's just the fact that they're quite sharp anyway. Okay, let's try the sour cherry this time. Purple one's always the best. It's not softer, this one, for some reason. Has a bit of a taste. Reminds me of something else, a bit like I don't know, some other sweet. Not quite sour as that pineapple one at the start. That was the sourest one. I think that's my mouth's got adjusted to it. And it tastes like something else, like a sweet I've had elsewhere. Maybe a Parma violet or something, or something a bit like that. Okay, and the last one, sour mandarin as well. Not sour orange, but sour mandarin. That's a bad guy for my own mouth. Yeah, there's definitely an orange taste to this one as well. They've definitely got a distinct taste. Again, I think the pineapple one was the very sourest. As I say, it was the first one I had. I'll try another one. And don't forget, it's the fewest of these pineapple ones. And maybe I've just got used to them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and prove... Oh, no, actually, it's coming through a bit. I think it's the sourest one. I'll say there's the fewest. It's half as many of those. I'm going to try, seeing obviously... I'm not going to blindfold myself, or blind myself. I'm just going to got two of each in my hand here. I'm going to mix them up a bit. I'm going to close my eyes. Of course, I could be faking it. There's not scientific. It's not going to prove anything. I'm going to close my eyes and eat one of them. I'll try and show it to the camera. So I've got two of each. So the reason I got two of each is because for some reason I had it in my head before that it would work better if I had two of each. Yeah, there we go. Okay, right. So well, that's messed up to start with, hasn't it? So okay, I'll start again. I dropped one. It stuck to my hand and I dropped it. So okay, so I've got two of each in my hand now. I'm shaking them together. Let's see. You can. So I'll just open my hand here so you can see there's two of each in there. Okay, so I don't in no way know what's what. Okay, so I'm going to take one now. So I don't know what colour it is. Hopefully you can see. Okay, hopefully you can. I can't tell if you can or not. Okay. I think that was a raspberry one. Raspberry, I think. Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, well. No, it's the pineapple one. So the pineapple one's gone. Okay, so I'll add another pineapple in. And shake them all again. Well, okay, so the pineapple one I would have thought was one of the distinct flavours, so maybe there is something in the fact that you don't all taste the same. Yeah, okay, so I'm just trying to... They're all sticking a bit now because they're in my hands. Yeah, so I'm trying to mix them up a bit. Okay, so let's have a look, pick the same one again. Okay, so here we go, got this one. Don't know what that is, so hopefully you can see. The pineapple one, as I say, I would have thought would be quite a distinct flavour, but I couldn't tell it was pineapple at all. It tastes exactly the same. I'll say pineapple again. I'll say pineapple. Yes, the mandarin. Well, I don't know what to make of this. maybe it's true. Maybe do. I mean, I only said it was the pineapple one because it tasted the same as the other one. And I thought, well, maybe it must be the pineapple one. Okay. Let's try again. Let's just give it a good shake. Well, I mean, if I am cheating, I'm not doing a good job of it, am I? Okay, right. Let's try this one then. So I can't tell. I'm hoping you can see it. The reason I'm waving it around is because I can't tell what you can see. Okay. Oh, goodness me. Well, I just dropped it. That's the only problem with this. I can't... yeah, I'll have to do it again. Okay, close my eyes. Probably do a lot of editing this to all the failed attempts. Keeping them from dropping and things. Okay, so we got this one here. Okay, right, let's give it a taste. We're waving it around, as I say, it's because can't tell whether you can see it or not. Okay. They do all taste like the raspberry one. I feel like though it's probably... I'm going to go for the cherry one. It tastes like the raspberry one, but they've all tasted like that so far. But it's a bit softer, so I'm going to go for the cherry one, the purple one. Yes! I got it right. I got one right. I got one right. Okay. Let's try one more time then. So I've got 1 out of 3, I think, or 1 out of 4. Is it one or the other? But the pineapple one, I would have thought I would have been able to guess. That was the one I'm shocked by. But they do all taste the same. I have to say, they are all tasting the same. They all taste like the raspberry one. I'm just going to taste the purple one, just because... I'm just going to taste the raspberry one as well. I must say, now I'm sort of thinking about it, they are tasting very similar. Okay, eyes closed. This one here. Okay, let's give it a go. Again, it tastes like the raspberry one. I'm going to say raspberry this time. No, it's the pineapple one again. I swear to you, when I first had the pineapple one, it did taste of pineapple. I must say, I'm confused. They all taste the same. I must say, they all taste the same. If I close my eyes and eat them, there's no difference in the taste. I can't. I was really sure when I was having them individually. I was saying, "Oh yeah, that tastes of orange. Oh yeah, that tastes of pineapple." But I honestly, well, the pineapple one especially, because I don't really like pineapple, and it did have a pineapple taste. And it was very sour at the start. Let's just try it once again. I'm determined to get. I got one right, but that's probably just a fluke, really. Okay. Obviously, if you keep guessing, you'll get one right eventually, won't you? Okay, I've got one here. Maybe that's the last one, I think, because I could be here forever otherwise. Okay. It does have a taste this time. It does taste different, but I can't quite work out what the taste is. I'm going to say orange just. No, hang on. Is it pineapple? My immediate one was to say orange, but I'm going to say pineapple. Oh, orange. It was orange. Yeah, it did taste different. I would have said orange normally, I think, but it just had... Yeah, well, I feel like I did. That one did taste different then. I'm just going to do one more. One more. It did taste different, that one. And yeah, it did taste different. The others have all tasted the raspberry though, the raspberry flavour. I have to say, but that one did have a different flavour. So, well, I think it did. Okay. Oh, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm tempted to say pineapple again, but I don't think the pineapple one. I think that tasted just a raspberry. I'm going to say orange. No, it's raspberry. Yeah, I don't know. I think there might be something in it that they all taste the same. I mean, it's not scientific at all, this, but I'm really struggling to taste. I think the orange one was the only one that I did feel like it tasted different, but then I went for pineapple for some reason. I don't know. I think there's something possibly in it, you know. I find it very difficult to distinguish the taste. I'm not an expert on these. I've only really had them today. But when I had them individually, knowing what the colour they were, I said, oh yeah, that tastes of whatever. So, you know, if you assume that that's accurate and they do taste what they're meant to taste like, you'd think it'd be quite easy to then have them blindfolded. But I was struggling. I was really struggling. So yeah, so let me know what you think if you've done this experiment. Yeah, I must say I'm thinking there might be something in it, you know. Yeah. I mean, what does it say? The thing, it says creamy chewy candies and a crisp sugar shell with sour fruit flavours. I don't know. I mean, there might be some subtle differences, but I was struggling. Anyway, well, there we go. Let me know what you think if you tried it out. Let me know in the comments of what you reckon if they all taste the same. I mean, as I say, individually, when I was tasting them when just looking at them, I was quite sure I could taste, oh yeah, that tastes a bit of raspberry, or that's orange, or yeah, there's a subtle apple flavour. Obviously, I didn't manage to taste one of the apples in my random, you know, set of a few, but they all just tasted of the raspberry one. That's just had a subtle taste that the raspberry one did when I tasted it, and I just couldn't distinguish it, you know. I mean, I'd say the orange one, I did feel like, oh, this tastes a bit different, but it still didn't really taste of the orange that I had, or the mandarin, I'd tasted when I sampled it individually. So, I don't know where it could be something to the fact I've had a few of them, and it's my taste buds have been affected by it. I don't know, but it was very strange. Yeah, I'd say not very scientific. I only tasted about 6 of them, or whatever it was, but yeah, there might be something in it. Anyway, as for rating, well, I quite like them. I think it's a bit rubbish. I'd say the distribution's a bit rubbish again. One of them's two of them have literally got half. Well, it's got double the amount of another one. The pineapple one's got half the amount of 2 of them. I think pretty much. I think exactly half on one case and over half, less than half on the other one. So that's the problem. It's always the way with Skittles though, and they admit it on the pack, but there's still no excuse for that. I think they're quite nice. I think for me they're not quite the Skittles I'm looking for. The Skittles I find quite weak are the ones, at least in my mind, taste very sort of tangy, and they're all a bit like that. They're all quite got that tang taste because of the sourness, and I think I do like sour sweets, so this should be up my street. But these ones they just don't quite work for me. They're just a bit too hard. You know, I prefer softer sour sweets, I think, and probably ones with like a bit sugary on. You know, the sourness is from the sugary coating. I just prefer that. I don't know why. So, but as I say, if you're a massive Skittles fan and you like sour sweets, then I think this one's for you. I think I'm not the biggest Skittles fan in the world. Some Skittles pots I do really like. I really like the yogurt coated ones, and the giant ones were nice because they're nice and soft, a bit softer. And I think that's what I'm after with Skittles, and being a bit softer, a bit too hard, as I say. I think that's probably why these are not really for me. Generally, so yeah, but if they do with giant sour Skittles, I think I'd definitely be up for those. Yeah, so as I say, I think if you're a massive Skittles fan and you're a massive sour sweets fan, I think these are like, you know, Shangri-La for you, I think. But I think for me, I'm probably going to say, yeah, I'm going to say 3.5 out of 5. I think, you know, it's just about they're just a bit different, as I say. And I was going to say they have got distinct flavours. I thought they did, as I say, but when I tried them doing the blind test, it was a bit strange. I couldn't, on the few tastes I did, I couldn't tell the difference at all. They all tasted the same. Other than that orange one, which I did feel did have a different taste, but then I was 60% sure it was orange, but I don't know. But I went for pineapple, but then I should have known it wasn't pineapple, because whenever I chose pineapple before, it never tasted any different than it was pineapple. Well, whenever I taste pineapple blind, it was it tasted the same as all the others, or the raspberry ones or something. So yeah, I should have known. So maybe the orange ones have a slight different taste, but I don't know. Very difficult, controversial. But either way, you still get a bit of flavour from them. As I say, when you're looking at them and you know what they are, somehow you get a bit of a flavour. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I can really let that affect my review score. So, but it does seem odd. Maybe something more to be looked into for that. Anyway, 3.5 out of 5. Okay, guys, let me know what you think if you like these, your sour sweet experiences, and also have you tried the blind test on these, whether they all taste the same or not. Let me know. That's unscientific what I did, but it did seem odd. Must say. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, guys, take care then. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon if you can. Subscribe if you haven't already, and like my videos. Leave a comment as I say, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again, guys. Take care.